The joint meeting of Glendale City Council and the Glendale Economic Development Corporation. Roll call. Mr. Cassandra.
Council members Friedman.
Here.
Garpetian.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Sinanian.
Here.
Mayor Devine.
Here.
And for the board members Friedman.
Here.
Garpetian.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Sinanian.
Here.
Mayor Devine.
Here. And do you have a report?
Yes, we do. The agenda for the April 12, 2016 joint public meeting of the City Council and Economic Development Corporation was posted on Thursday, April 7, 2016 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Okay, next item.
Before you today is the Director of Community Development regarding Glendale Arts Fiscal Year 2015-16 second quarter report. 1A is a council motion to note and file the Glendale Arts Quarterly Report for the period of October 1, 2015 through December 31, 2015, second quarter of fiscal year 2015-2016. 1B is the Glendale Economic Development Corporation motion to note and file the Glendale Arts Quarterly Report for the period of October 1, 2015 through December 31, 2015, second quarter of fiscal year 2015-2016.
Okay, a report, Mr. Ochoa.
Yes, ma'am. We have the two items for the EDC and for the council respectively, and here with the presentation that is the definition of brevity will be our administrative officer, Cassandra Pruitt, and I'm sure she'll be ably assisted by the always shy retiring flower that is Lisa Glickman.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, Mayor and Council members. I'm pleased to present the second quarter report for the Glendale Arts and the Alex Theater for this fiscal year, particularly because they are doing so well. Given that they were very successful last quarter and again this quarter, this is a very good indication that they'll be able to increase their self-sufficiency and profitability by the end of the year. The financials for both Glendale Arts and the Alex Theater were very good. They had net income that was over budget for both the Glendale Arts operations and the Alex Theater operations. Glendale Arts hosted numerous community events and continued numerous fundraising efforts. And of note, the Alex Theater had very strong activity, as was indicated by the fact that they had 5 days in the quarter where they hosted 2 events in one day. That usually only happens occasionally. So that was a very good sign. With that, I'd like to request that you approve the motion to note and file the quarterly report, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Any questions, comments?
I have a few questions.
Councilmember Garpetian.
I'm trying to figure out the difference between Glendale Arts and the Alex Theater financials, because my understanding was Glendale Arts is managing Alex Theater. Am I correct?
Yes.
And meanwhile, they do some fundraisings on the side. Is that what adds up to the total? Because the difference in income between Glendale Arts total income and Alex Theater's income is about $44,000.
So Glendale Arts does manage and operate the theater, and in addition to that, they conduct art programs within the community. For example, in this last quarter, they hosted numerous yoga in the Alex Theater events. They're coordinating the Act Out at the Alex Youth program, which will be a theater training program during the summer months. And they do various other arts programs in the community, so they're not just limited to the Alex Theater operations.
Okay. And in this total incomes that we have, is the city's participation part of that or not?
Yes.
It is.
So,
because it doesn't say anywhere. I don't see it anywhere.
The Glendale Arts receives the management fee in July. They're supposed to receive that at the beginning of July every year. These financials are representing the second quarter, which is October through December of 2015. So they would have received the management fee in the previous quarter.
Okay, and we give them a lump sum, or is just quarterly?
We give them a lump sum at the beginning of the year.
That indicates in the financial report of that quarter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically, in the last quarter that we are filing right now, we were without any subsidy or participation from the city. We were positive.
In the first quarter of this fiscal year, in the second quarter of the previous year, exactly.
The one that you're filing right now, we are not on file, right?
In the second quarter of last year, it's comparing apples to apples. Same as this quarter, there was no management fee received in this quarter. Yes.
Yeah.
Without
We're
that.
in the black.
Yes.
We're in the black.
Okay. Thank you. I'd like to have, what did you call her? The sunshine of the California,
flower.
Alex Theater.
I do want
A
to.
term of endearment, I assure you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Elisa Glickman?
Hi,
Like Ms. Glickman to come up and
Madam
answer my
Mayor,
tough
members of the
questions
council.
again.
So just to tag on to what Ms. Pruitt was saying, we received $415,000 as a management fee. We realized that in the second quarter. If you go back and review we realized that in the first quarter. If you go back and review the first quarter financials, you'll actually see that dollar amount earmarked as Alex Theater as well as Glendale Arts. So we divided that fee in half. That dollar amount for Alex Theater covers things like maintenance, capital projects, staffing, that sort of thing. For Glendale Arts, it's allocated primarily this year towards fundraising and development as well as marketing. So we use those focus areas both as the management entity as well as the venue itself. And just to go back to your original question regarding Glendale Arts as a whole, yes, there is not a huge jump between the profitability of the Alex Theater versus the profitability as the organization as a whole. But if you look at those financials, you will not only see the Alex Theater as its own standalone column, but you see Glendale Arts operations. You also see the festival, which we're co-producing with Arts, Culture, Library Department, as well as the Downtown Glendale Association, and our Act Out program, which of course I am proudly advertising today, shamelessly, of course. So all of those aspects, the fundraising, the costs of those programs are amortized out over the course of over the totality of the organization.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just have a real quick question. How did the yoga, how many participants did you have in that program? Was that successful?
It was probably not as successful as we had hoped. We had actually partnered with Glendale Adventist Medical Center and their senior program. We had hoped to we actually did much better when we hosted them at in the forecourt itself. Mm-hmm. When we moved it to Brand Library, I think there was some access issues, especially with the population that we were trying to attract. So what we've done, just to give you a sense of how pop-up, because that's what it's called, it's our pop-up program, what that looks like moving forward, we've actually divided it into 3 areas. One is arts and entertainment, so all of our free community concerts that we do. You'll see a lot of our pop-up bands at the Taste of Downtown Glendale, for example. We have a health and wellness component that includes yoga and Pilates, and then we'll have a book component that we're partnering with the library system on as well. So it'll be divided into 3 sort of pop-up categories moving forward, and we think by differentiating them a little bit and creating more access in more communal spaces rather than isolated areas, that will increase both interest and attendance.
Okay. And you just had a new booking, didn't you?
We have a lot of new bookings.
A really big one, a really good one.
One that we're really excited about is next Saturday with the assistance of the Economic Development Corporation and Glendale Arts certainly participating as sponsors. We book the Location Managers Guild, which is a wonderful opportunity for not only the Alex to get in front of a wonderful population of folks, but certainly the city of Glendale. And as a part of our sponsorship, they're co-developing a promotional video just about Glendale. So it'll be a very exciting evening. I hope you'll all join us next Saturday night at the Alex Theater for that. But we've been actively booking. We were talking today in the office. We've never seen a busier April or June than we have this season. So we're really fortunate. The staff is working incredibly hard. So I think that there are only good things to come moving forward.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments or questions? Mr. Grayman?
This is an off-the-wall question.
I would expect nothing less from you, sir.
If you had a venue to host post-event events or parties, how successful do you think it would be?
we'd be incredibly successful. One of the nice things about having Edenburger as our next door neighbor is that it actually increases our ability to host pre and post show receptions. We currently have our upstairs terrace area, which is lovely. We do have some, access issues. Certainly, it can only host a certain number of people, and it is a challenge having a pre or post show reception while you're also trying to load in and out an audience. So again, having Edenburger next door, we've been able to work with them to utilize their mezzanine space, but it's always been a dream of the Alex Regional Theater Board and then certainly Glendale Arts to have its own space that we could not only book and manage, but at times when we didn't have receptions, we could use it as ancillary rehearsal space, we could use it as cabaret space or smaller performance areas, rehearsal space. And those dreams are only fulfilled with money. So, it only takes money to make that stuff happen, right? All we need is a couple $1 million and we're golden. So that, again, that would certainly increase our ability to do things. But luckily now we have a partner that we can work with in order to make some of those things happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Any other comments, questions?
I'll move the item.
Thank you.
Seconded.
Roll call, please.
Council members: Friedman,
Yes.
Garpetian,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Sinanian,
Yes.
Mayor Devine.
Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
And just before we do that, Mr. Attorney, were we able to take both, or do we need to take separate body votes on
yeah,
that
two.
item? Both,
Yeah. To note and file.
both the corporation.
Pardon? Separate motions?
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Garpetian?
Board members: Friedman,
Yes.
Garpetian,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Sinanian,
Yes.
Mayor Devine.
Yes.
Thank you. Now we can entertain motions for adjournment.
Okay. Entertain motions
Move
for
to adjourn for
adjournment?
council. Second.
Okay.
Move to adjourn for Economic Development
Second.
Corporation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.